remove all that from you. It's not a good thing. Introverts are making sales, 6 figures, 7 figures. So nobody's going to give you an award that you are an introvert. Okay? It's a marketing function. Selling is a marketing function. It's a part of marketing. Okay? So they said I should also talk about the emerging market. It's part of my topic. But when you look at economics, they will tell you an emerging market is countries that has these characteristics of developed country, but there are some things they are still lacking. So I can take this and say that the market we're talking about, the balloon industry, this business you've started, it's an emerging market, which means it will advance. She also made, in fact, I must post that in today. You plan for the future. You don't plan in the future. So if you are in a market that is advancing, then you should be ahead of the market and be creating things that when you discover, he was the one that said it, that he was doing certain things only when Chinonso spoke was when he realized that there is a name for it. And I'm sure some of us will discover some things we've been doing that now we will actually say, yes, this is the name for it. So you are in a market that is becoming advanced. How are you going to cope if your mind is not advanced? He mentioned mindset over and over and over again. That's the biggest problem Nigerian entrepreneurs have. Now you might think, oh, why am I saying that? It's everywhere, but now we are the main person in the book for near fire. I'm in Nigeria. Let me talk about my own people. In my space of 3 years, I started a business. When Chinonso said, how long have we been in business? I could not say over 3 years. Because that first business I ran, I struggled. I won't say I ran business. Okay, it's now that I understand how things should work, and I can say, yes, I've been in this business for 2 years, and it's been a sweet journey because I took a system that works, and I'm implementing it, and I'm seeing results. Okay? So, for you to enjoy the journey in this advancing or this business that is becoming advanced, because if you go online, I love balloons a lot. I love decorations. So I follow some people that do balloon decorations. How many of them do you follow? I'm not saying fellow Nigerians. So how many of them do you follow for inspiration? Not inspiration that will make you sit on Instagram for 3 hours. But real inspiration that you say, can't I replicate this? There's some decoration. I'll just screenshot. I might not use it. I'll just screenshot. Let me know I have it. Do you follow people like that? Because, yes, we might easily look at advanced countries, but you are in a business that is becoming advanced. Can you pick what you've seen and replicate here? Can you open your mind enough to do what they are doing out there? Our environment have taste. Things might not be working in Nigeria. We might not have light, but we do Yankee pass Yankee people. So you are in a business that is becoming advanced. When they call you for jobs, if they are able to see your contact details, if you are doing some fantastic thing and they follow you on social media and they call you for jobs, can you give them that level of what they are looking at? Or when they are showing you pictures, you're already shaking your head. I can't do this. Everything is possible. And that's why I like calling my full names. Ifeanyi Julian, not Ify. I don't answer Ify. It means with God, all things are possible. So in business, everything is possible. Enjoy it and make it look like cartoon to you. You know, in cartoon world, everything is possible. So don't let anybody show you pictures of the same balloon decoration that a human being like you did, and you're already shaking your head because you are in Africa. It's doable. Okay? Let's move on. So what are the challenges in the emerging market? The market itself is a challenge. We are in an environment where sometimes you even ask people ahead of you doing the same thing, simple questions. you don't get response. You don't get advice. You don't get help. But also told us something. Have your own advisory board. They might not be in this same industry, but they've done things that you can take or you can tap from. They've been existing. They've been doing business before you. They travel. They've seen things. Your advisory board can help you. Okay, so one of the biggest challenge you will have in this emerging market is the market itself. There is no data anywhere. We had a discussion once. There is no data. You will have to create data. The data I'm talking about is not Glow. Raw data. How many people use balloon a year in Nigeria or in Lagos? You are the one that will have to come to get data because we want to do certain things. So he said something. What type of business do you want to run? You can have data to a point that organizations will buy data from you because you're doing your work. Okay? The consumer itself. Who are these people that need this product or the service you are offering? In this emerging market, it's even difficult to hold them down because people are not so loyal. They can buy from you today, buy from her tomorrow. There is no loyalty anywhere. It's who favors me, whose price is lower or cheaper. So there is a challenge in this market as well when it comes to the consumer. Our environment, no light. You ship in the tools you need to get this job done faster than instead of blowing the balloon, but no light to power it. Our environment, there are issues. But you see, there are some things you can control, there are some things you can't control, there are some things you just need to make work so that your business can move forward. Buying power. There are some of us that we have attracted the kind of people that can pay us. They like the job. They like to see balloon at their event, but they can't pay you. Distribution. You want to go beyond Lagos. You want to do things in Ibadan. You want to do things in Akure. How do you get there? Can you travel and come back that day? A lot of challenges. Okay? What's your duty as a player in this industry? We've not started my slide though. This is just introducing what she said I should talk about. You must understand yourself as a business owner, and that is what Shane also has helped us do. As a business owner, some of the things he talked about, we don't have. Let's be honest with ourselves. We don't have. In fact, I had a session on 26th of November, and a lady was like, Julian, if I knew entrepreneurship was this hard, I wouldn't have started. I told her, it's not late. You can dust your CV, get a 9-to-5 job. No shame. It's either you are doing it or you are not doing it. There is no sitting on the fence. So you need to check yourself again, maybe after this session. Do you want to do this thing? No pampering, no petting. Because a lot of times we think it's a gang to join. They ask you, what do you do? I'm an entrepreneur. All of us. No. I make bold to say entrepreneurship is more difficult than 9-to-5. I'm speaking from both sides. At least 9-to-5, you know where your salary is coming from. But entrepreneurship, when you've not done your right work, when you've not created the platform that will consistently bring in prospects that you will turn to customers, you can't pay yourself a salary. How many of us pay ourselves salaries here? No shame to your hustle. Be honest with yourself. At least God is seeing you and looking for how to help you. How many of us pay ourselves salary? This thing, you leave home, you leave your kids, even when you're dropping them off at school, everything is a rush. End of month, 30 good days. You have nothing to show. I know you are just starting. You are not the only one that is just starting. Okay? So you need to understand yourself and understand the product or the service you are bringing to the market. What is the benefit of this thing to him? You, that you are selling it. The question I asked someone yesterday, oh, Julian, I want you to help my business. I said, how? What do you do? She said, I just want you to help I said, how can I help you when I don't know what you do? She went this way, went that way. You know, serial killer or serial entrepreneur, she does event, does decoration, she does bead, she does cake. I'm like, madam, which of these 4 is really working? She said, none. I said, can you focus on one? At least so you know where your problem is. So sometimes you don't understand the product you are even selling. You are so confused. How do you expect someone to buy into this confusion? You need to understand your market. I mentioned that the market is already tough. The market is not Ikpodo. It's not Shangisha market. The market is the balloon, the people that are buying and the people that are using, the people that are selling. You have vendors, suppliers, whatever you call them, the users, everything around. You need to understand so that you can plot a lot of things as a business owner. You need to understand how marketing works, and that is where I want to dwell on today. You need to understand the difference between marketing, sales, social media. Please, as we go into 2019, be intentional about the network events and the activities you do as a business owner. Don't just flow like water everywhere, anywhere, beleface. No. Be strategic with what you will do. First of all, analyze yourself. What have you done in 2018? What are those things that are missing? So that you know the events that are right for you. It's not every event. It's not every boot camp. It's not every training that you need. He mentioned a lot of things. Audit yourself as an individual. What, at this stage, what do you need in your business? And focus on going for such trainings. If you want to see results in the coming year, you need to tell yourself the truth and plan your life. If every quarter you say, okay, I lack in accounting, you go for accounting training. I don't have any basic understanding of how business run. I go for this training. Quarter 3, I will go and learn how social media works, because a lot of us are just posting on Instagram and Facebook. We don't know how it works. There is a method to that madness, and you need to learn it. Okay? So why are we trying to teach you how to play in this emerging market? It's because it's not an easy place to be in. There are some markets that it's like the work have been done. This one, we are just starting. How do you play in it? So, I might not be able to tell you how to play in it entirely, but I want to teach you how to sell right in this market. Okay? Why must you learn how to sell in this market? Because you have to do a great work of understanding where you find yourself. Just continue. The first thing you need to learn is that you need to sort your strategy that will help you sell before you start doing the selling itself, or tactics. What are tactics? Social media, email marketing, and all that. Your strategy must align first. How many of us have marketing strategy for 2018? Sorry. For 2018, marketing strategy or business strategy. How many of us had business goal for this year? Did you use it? Talk through, make devil shame. You did part. Okay. So are you going to bring it up again, or you do another one?
I've ticked the boxes already. I've ticked the ones that I've done, and I'm moving to the next thing.
So just one person. Who else had business goal? This is not part of my slide, but you can't set marketing goal if you don't have a business goal. Your marketing goal is supposed to tap from your business goal. What your business goal is, what do you want to achieve this year? Do you want to increase number of customers? Do you want to increase sales? Do you want to drive traffic to your business for that year? If that's the only thing you want to do, that means all your marketing activities will funnel into making that happen. So if you don't have a business goal, what have we been doing running up and down? Because it's like if I say, sorry, I keep using Ibadan. If I want to go to Ibadan, am I driving? Am I flying? Although they don't have an airport. You do? I'm so sorry. I take that word. Where is it? Sorry. Where? Ibadan airport. Really? Okay, well, sorry. You now, okay, we have an airport. Am I flying? Am I using train? Do I want to trek? There are options. So when you don't set a plan, you just wake up. Am I going through Redeem, or I want to go through Abeokuta? How do you want to get to Ibadan? Because when we ask, what do you want to do next year? I'm sure a lot of us, I want to make 10 million. How will you make 10 million? It's doable. But you need to break it down to tell yourself how you will make your 10 million. So when you don't have goals, you don't even know when you score. You don't have anything to measure yourself, whether you are moving forward, you are standing still, or you are sitting, or you are backsliding. So your marketing goal, everything has to align, and it must tap from your business goal. Please, these things are not hard. Okay? Use your phone to Google business goal, what it is. Your data is not only for WhatsApp chat. Use your smartphone and be smart on it. Google business goals and look for examples and sets. We might not be able to teach you everything. You are called into this thing and you have to do it well. So from your business goal, you decide on what you want to do so that it's easy for you to craft your marketing strategy. Some people come to me, oh, Julian, I want to do marketing strategy. If I ask them, what's your business goal? What's your marketing goal? They don't have. So we'll first of all start from there. And a lot of times, SME says that Nigerian coaches are expensive. They are not expensive because first they do deliverance for you before they start doing the coaching itself. So are you paying them for both? You might say no. But they charge for both because they know the first work to do is to help your mindset align so that what they want to teach you can sink. But there are some things you can help yourself achieve before you start. So now we want to talk about marketing strategy. We don't have it. How do we know some of the things we are going to talk about? I'll try as much as possible to share what I can. Okay? So you need to craft your marketing strategy. Under crafting your marketing strategy, first, a lot of us say God gave us this idea. So when God gives you a business idea or you have a new product idea, you need to validate it. Validation means testing to find out if it's what people need or not. A lot of businesses are selling products and services that people don't need. Yes, you feel they need it. We can see, it's obvious they need it. But you need to do, the first thing Chinonso taught us was ask questions. So your validation and your market research is to really ask questions. I can give you an example. You know, they say every lady needs a little black dress, right? I don't know who told them. There are some ladies that might not like black dresses. Okay? Let's say every woman loves little black dress. And I bought one little black dress last year. Does it mean I will keep buying little black dresses every month? So when you travel, let's say you're going to the UK or the US, in your head, every woman needs a little black dress. You get there, you shop for black dresses. Then you come and you heap them in one room in your house without finding out who needs it, how short they want it, the size. You just bring size 8, 10. What if they are size 12s, 18, 16? Because you didn't ask. Even if it's the people around you I'm not saying only family members. But if you ask, you'll be able to even hear that, oh, I want a white dress, not a black one. So if you're bringing a white dress that is size 14, you're sure that somebody asked for it and she will take it when you arrive. Okay? What I'm saying is, if you don't ask questions to create the product or the service, don't assume. Assumption is not a marketing strategy and it will never be. If you don't ask people how they want it, why, when, some of the times, how and when might not work for your own kind of business. But you need to understand your business. Remember the slide I said you must understand your business, you must understand your market. Based on that understanding, you will know the kind of questions to ask during your market validation and your market research. There are lots of questions to ask in there, and I advise people don't do it alone. What are the things you buy when you want to start a balloon business? Balloons? Do you keep balloons till people order? Or maybe there is a machine that pumps the balloon. As you are buying that tool, you need to buy a coach or a consultant. Because it's a journey that you've never been in. The way you hire an accountant, HR specialist and all that, you also need to hire a coach based on your need. So whether it's marketing, whether it's sales, whether it's to train your staff, you need to get them on your side as well. Because there are key things that you need to know in your business that they will help you sort. So when it comes to validation and market research, I encourage people, don't do it alone. Because you will assume some of the questions you're asking, they are okay. When you deploy your survey or your questionnaire, whether focus group or telephone interviews, you will get only the kind of answers that can come because of the kind of questions you've asked. But if you have a coach, maybe a mentor or a consultant that helped you review your questions, it will not look like some of the questions that he said we should ask. Okay? Key things that must be part of your question is where you want to take your business. If you want to go into, I just want to use this as a general example, I'm not sure, except maybe there is someone here that you want to go into balloon sales because now you see there is a market. Do you want to do delivery? If yes, one key question that should be part of your market research or validation question is location. If you don't have people in Benue, you will not be looking at that area on the immediate. Or let's say you just want to focus on Lagos. If you don't have people in, say, Yaba, and you want to open a store, will you need to go to Yaba? Somebody answer me. If you don't have people from your survey result or analysis, if you don't have people in Yaba that need your services or your product, do you need to go open your store there? But if you didn't ask, and the cheapest shop you saw is in Yaba, you've paid landlord 1 year or 2 years. Then you open your store, you did a launch. Your friends came, they ate rice or small chops. They've gone. You open your store, you hired a salesperson, month 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, nothing. Who will you blame? You won't even be able to blame yourself because you don't know what is happening. Because you did not do your research work. If your people are not around there, I'm just using this as an example, don't go there. The same thing with social media. If your people are not using Facebook, don't stay there and be wasting time posting. If they are not on Instagram, which sometimes we all think they are all there, it's a lie. It depends on your target market. There are some of us that our target markets are not on Instagram. You need to go to where your customers are. You can only find out a lot of things during your market research and the kind of questions you ask. So during your market research, don't ever forget to ask where they play on social media. They are preferred. Okay? That will also help you with the kind of people. You will see a pattern in the kind of people that will use your product or service. Is this clear? Or we have questions, which we will ask later, right? But this is the first thing you need to do. One, you validate your business idea. Do people want it? If they want it, how do they want it? Colors, all those things matter. But you need to understand your kind of business so you know the kind of questions you're asking. If it's a coach, he or she has different set of questions they will be asking during their validation. So one of the biggest mistakes my clients make is they copy and paste, and their questions have nothing to do with their kind of business. This is a time to be selfish and focus on the kind of business you're doing, not someone else's. And it's not the time to go on Google and copy questions. There are questions, you can find survey questions online. But we're talking about you. So the questions you need to ask has to come from you, not someone else. So you can get the right result you're looking for. Number 2, you need to build your own marketing roadmap. I think this is one of the reasons why marketing is overwhelming or frustrating for some people. Because what you do in step 1 is what will help you in step 2. So based on your market research results, you need to build your marketing roadmap. I always use Dangote and Otodola as example. If you realize that they are the kind of audience you need, the kind of marketing roadmap you will build will be different from if your ideal customers are people in Okokomaiko. If you print flyer, where will you see Dangote to give flyer? No, we are laughing. But a lot of people think everything has to be flyer. So if you understand who you serve or who you want to serve, it will help you plan this marketing roadmap. It's a little bit of Greek. This is not what we know as marketing. But unfortunately, this is marketing. Okay? Marketing is not Instagram. It's not Facebook. So the first thing people will need to know, if I'm meeting you for the first time, I introduce myself to you, you introduce yourself. I've known you. We start a relationship. That is when I begin to like you. Over time, you gain my trust, I gain your trust. So a lot of people tell me on social, when I ask questions around social media, I only have likes. People are not commenting, they are not buying. I tell them, you better go to church and do Thanksgiving, that people already like you. Because it shows you're doing something that is close to what they want. It's your duty as a business owner to move people from know, like, to trust you. When they trust you, they can try your product. When they try your product, they will buy. When they buy and the experience is good, they will come back. They come back again and again. The experience is the same thing as what you promised. They will collect both megaphone and microphone and go and tell people about you. So that's why it's called a roadmap. If you follow this sequence, you will not beg for where your next salary will come from. It's not something that will happen overnight. Is a major work, because to build that knownership, you need to do certain level of work. Creating awareness about what you do, offering advice to your ideal customers and prospects. So if I ask a lot of us, what was the last tip that has to do with your kind of business you shared on your Instagram page? A lot of us don't have tips. Why should I eat candy? You are laughing. A lot of us see candy as a negative thing. To make you add weight, to put hole on your teeth. You need to educate us enough. Are there healthy candies? There is a difference. Okay? Candies are not bad. But what kind of candies should we buy? So your place should be the Mecca, where I come to understand and learn more about candies. The bad ones, the good ones, the difference, the one that has chocolate. Education. Education. If If someone is not educated, they said the person is what? An illiterate. A lot of us are illiterate when it comes to what you're selling. If you don't educate us, we can't buy. So if you are looking for customers, get ready to be a teacher. Everybody is a teacher. He said something, I keep referring to you. Chino, so what have you done to me today? Everybody can teach what they are selling. So how can you teach when you have not received? It brings us back to Chinonso again. He said when he was coming back from the east, he had how many bags? What were in the bags? Not clothes. He gave out clothes. What value do you have? I wanted to bring some of my books. But yesterday I put out a post that I'll be very scarce. I got some new books. I put the books on one chair and put my leg and took picture. I said, I beg, let me go on vacation from social media and read. I want to build me. You might say, I've built myself enough. It's a lie. We said this market is an emerging market. It's becoming advanced. If someone like Dangote calls you to come and present this thing you say is your business, will you stammer? There are some questions he will ask you can't answer. Why? Your customers are very, very intelligent now. They have a smartphone and they are using it the smart way. So if you go for presentation, they ask you questions you can't answer. That is the beginning of you not getting that business. Chinonso again. He said, don't be doing operation. You should be strategic. Step into the strategic box of your business. That is where the real work is. Operations, if you document what they should do, you will give instructions and you will go. You know that when you come back, they would have done it and they will get the same result you will get. Spend time to read. Read up. How many of us have books on balloon decoration? How many of us, I'm a teacher, I'm not a coach. How many of us, bros, no, bros, you are disqualified. My sisters, let me face you people. I said men are disqualified. Sisters, I'm partial when it comes to us. Nobody. Peck, do you have books to recommend to them? Please. Yes, please. There are some books you would have read. Book recommendation. I'm on the second journey. I'm reading a particular book with 40 plus business owners, and 90% of them are my clients. I don't want to grow gray hair. I want to be young, kicking and alive in the next 5 years. Not because of coaching. I will now drain my whole battery because of human beings. So you also read ahead, learn ahead, know so much that it brings out something else in you. So I'm reading this book with them just to encourage them to read. And it's one of the projects I'm taking on myself to encourage, especially women. I'm selfish on this matter. Because every time I speak with a woman, they tell me I don't have time, I don't have time. 24 hours is what God has given to men and He has given to women. 2 men raised their hands. Women, none. Don't sleep when your kids are sleeping. You're not a baby. Put them to sleep. Read for an hour before you go to bed. Wake up early before they wake up and distract you. And read. For this your business. Because younger people will come and overtake you in this thing. It's not somebody doing you from your village. Plan your life. Prepare yourself. Some of those books some of them might highlight these things. There is nothing I'm telling you here that is not on social media. They are all there. But I know when it comes to our environment, sometimes we also need that hand holding. Okay? I understand that. But when you are coming for that hand holding, there are some things you should also have in your head. When they are talking, you say, I do this, I know this, I know this. It helps the person that is helping you also feel good. Okay? So you know, your like and trust. A lot of times that's where some of our consultants and coaching stop. But if you can build know, like, and trust, people will begin to try you. At that try level, there is so much work to be done. But let me quickly talk about trust. The fastest way to build trust is testimonials. He mentioned something about social proof. Who have used your product or your service? You said something that you are up and coming, or what was that word? Upcoming. Okay? Do you have where did you learn? Do you have testimonial from her? As someone that trained you. Do you use it? Where is it? Have you posted it on your page? Down, now. There is something I learned on social media, especially Instagram. Your first 9 pictures should tell me who you are, what you do, and maybe a little bit of people that have said something about you. Other one, you do balloon. I'm sorry, I want to use one funny example. You do balloons. And all of a sudden, one post, your friend that sells on this and bra. Middle of your post. What is it doing there? You are helping them to sell. I see it a lot. I see it a lot. But you know, you can't stop me from seeing it because your page is public. You will not tell me the day to come and check you out. But that's what even the first person, for the first time they are getting to know you, that's what they've seen. They say, this person is not serious. So your first 9 pictures, recycle what she said about you to the point you will do it as video. You even read what she said. Yes. Social media, you need to use both posting as image, video, do boomerang, maximize all the features. They are there for you to use. So don't just put it as post. Before you leave here today, ask her, do a video. Say something about me. Keep it. You will use it someday. Okay? What people say about you, even if you've not done jobs. Testimonial builds trust. You also have people that learned, they were in the same class with you. Let them talk about your strength. There are a lot of things that we can use to sell, even if we are just starting. Then for those that already have loads of customers, don't be shy to ask them to say something about you. You are not begging. You are not begging. If you enlighten them to let them know what that will do for you, your feedback matters to us. It's the presentation. He mentioned it. Your feedback matters to us a lot. So I would like you to give us before and after experience. Not just, oh, it was wow. She will laugh now if I say it. I tell people, don't give me it's eye-opening. You are not blind. Don't tell me, oh, the session was eye-opening. No. Except you are not impacted. What did it do for you? Okay? So let's move. Step 3. You see, I said, know, like, trust, try, buy, repeat, and refer. That you have to do different work at each stage. You have to build content. You have to create marketing materials. What you use to attract me to know you, like, and trust you is not what you will use to do your repeat and refer. How do you bring me consistently back to you? How many of us have signed up for any email, whatever, until tomorrow we're still receiving emails from them? It's to keep them top of mind. How do you keep people top of mind? Sending Happy New Month. Nigerians. Pray all sorts of prayer, yet you didn't plan anything for that month. How will the prayer work? Faith without work is dead. Okay? So, you need to crack content for every stage of your KLT, TBRR. Marketing is hard work, same as entrepreneurship. Nobody will do it for you. See all these things we're talking about. If you intend to hire a coach to do them for you, can you calculate how much you will pay? So there are some things you will learn how to do by yourself. Let them help you do the foundation. Then you do some other things by yourself. Okay? So we can. You need to build a 360 degrees presence. A lot of business owners think their life starts and ends on Instagram. If that platform shuts down today, some of us are out of business. But you have an online or offline shop. Even if you work from home, it's your office. Okay? You have to look for ways. He mentioned something very, very critical. You must create other means of making money from this same idea. That's why I call people that do 3-in-1 serial killers. Because by the time you stretch yourself and see the value chain in one business alone, you won't have time for multi-level marketing. I'm sorry. It's a business model. And you have to build it. If you're doing it, build it right. Because you will see other channels that you need to create in that multi-level marketing. So imagine let's say there are 3 things you can build from 1. Plus the multi-level marketing you have started, another 3. 6 things that you are supposed to chase at the same time. Even in this, your business, you can build a multi-level platform into it. Chinonso is here, he will tell you. It's a business model. If you sell balloons, you can do multi-level marketing in your balloon business. You will craft it for people that are supposed to buy from you. So don't spread yourself too thin, all in the name of trying to make money when you've not built, whether you built it this way or you built it this way. You need to build multiple streams of lead generation. So instead of just sitting on social media, can you generate lead by saying, I want to teach women that want to learn how to make balloons? Yes, you're already doing it. He told us you can teach this same thing. And don't be in this selfish container to think, if I teach them, they will take business from me. They can't. We are over 20 million Lagosians. You can't serve all of us. You can't. So maybe you need to strategize and say, okay, I live in Ikeja. I will go to somewhere like Mowe to teach. And let them be doing their business around there. It's far from you if you are that selfish. But the truth is, I know my market, you know your market. Don't be afraid. Some of the people you will teach can give you business. They will say, no, this one I can't do it. Let me partner with my madam. Don't be selfish about these things. Because today we all see our teachers and we say, he taught me. That's how your students will also say. They will not overtake you. They can't take your blessing. Okay? You need to learn how to attract, connect, and convert, whether on social media or offline. You might be wondering, where are these people? Check your church. If you are a Christian, there are some women, they are housewives, but they want to learn something. There are some kids, when they leave school, summer holidays, NYSC, there are lots of opportunities around us. It's just that we are too focused inside that our office or shop, looking inside that hole. I don't have. All we know is my bag, my office, my business. Look beyond that. Take some days, maybe on Sundays, just relax and think. Beyond where you are, what else can I do? I can't even go into talking about lead magnets. How many of us know what lead magnets are? We have work. I think that's the best thing I can say. We have work, and we'll keep doing the work. Lead magnets are those classes, free webinars you see on social media. You are clicking, you are liking, you are joining, you are following, you think you are enjoying free tips. You will go and use free tips to build your 6-figure, 7-figure business. Lead magnets are strategic. So I could say I'm doing free tutorials. I could say you can attend free webinars, download free ebooks, e-guides, Do you have them in your business? You can't even have them because you don't even know what lead magnets are. But you are supposed to have them in your business because these are things that will attract people to you in the first place. And lead magnets, he mentioned something about filter. When you do like 10 minutes or 15 minutes discovery call, you can use lead magnets to filter people. If I don't need balloon training and you want people to download free guide to maybe 5 ways to create fantastic balloon decoration, whatever you want to sell, if I don't need it, I will not sign up for it. So the people that sign up for it, remember, they are giving you access to their phone number and their emails. It depends on what you want to focus on. I focus mainly on phone numbers because Nigerians, a lot of people that follow me are using WhatsApp. So once I get your WhatsApp number, I put you in, there is a broadcast list for a particular thing you came from, for a particular program you came for, maybe tutorial or something, and I will educate you till you buy the real product or service. That's what you use lead magnets for. And if you check foreign posts, especially their paid adverts, they are not selling the real products. They don't sell products. They sell free things. But when you sign up, they will now sell after educating you. So there is something called serving before you sell. A lot of us are not serving before we sell. I can tell you now I have a class next week. Okay? For you to come and learn, let me break down all these things I'm teaching you. But I've taught you for free first. That brings you in. That's attraction. When you come for the class, I connect with you. I teach you beyond what I have done here. It's not ojoro, it's strategy. So you also need to have this in your business. Whether you're doing it online or you want to do it offline. You can engage 5, 6, 7, 10 women or ladies that are out of school. Engage them, teach them something, and sell your decoration class to them. That's a lead. There are over 21 types of lead magnets, and there are more than that. Just that me, I have 21 list of them. They are not here. If not, my slide will be very heavy. Okay? So you need to build lead magnets as a business owner. How to sell? We are still on it. The people you have brought in, you must learn how to convert them. Don't be ashamed to ask for your money. Don't be ashamed to sell. He said he was doing radio, TV programs, but he was not selling anything. Are you really selling? Is it when they ask you how much that you no longer know how to talk? Is that when you now start stammering? Or you feel afraid to call the price? Maybe they will go. See, some people will go. They are not for you. Everybody is not your client. Everybody is not your customer. If they go, I understand we are in a very funny environment. Something that is 50,000, someone else is willing to sell for 20. Okay? Some people just want it to be like, I'm selling or I sold. You will not sell at that price. One, it's possible you've done your costing. You know you have staff to pay. Your overhead, everything you've calculated. But there are some people in this market, they are not here today. They've not heard all these things. They've not taken any class to know that you need to gather all these things and do your costing, arrive at a price that you will never go below. They sell and shoot themselves on the leg, but they don't care. And they are competing with you in the same market. If care is not taken, if you don't define who you are and your unique selling point, they will always compare you and that person. Go down the road now. This UBC company, they are doing it for 20,000. Why is your own 70? Maybe you will not have anything to tell the person in defense of your business. Have you crafted your own unique selling point? The difference you bring to the market. That thing that will make me buy from you and not your competition. Do you know it? Do you know it? I know Chinonso knows his own. he teaches street marketing, so it's not like other people. Who knows his or her unique selling point? January is almost here. Please, at least first quarter, sit down. Why am I different from these other people? What's that thing I saw in this market? What's the difference I'm bringing to the table? It's very, very key. If not, you will only compete on price. There are some people in this industry that people are going to them. What did they see in them? It's not price. So stop reducing your price. Price war, you will never win. If you say it's 20, someone is willing to say 15. If you say 15, another person is willing to say 10. Till you all send yourself out of market. But someone will charge 100 for that same thing. And people will buy it. Why? They have clarity. They can tell you what the difference is. Why is your price this expensive? They tell you this, that. You must have it as a business owner. And sometimes there are some things that are within us. They might not be physical things. It could be the training you've attended. Do you get? It could be your skill, your organizational skill. It could be your certification. It could be that you've gone to the Incubators Academy. I know by the time you are done with incubators, you will talk with smoke in your mouth. I'm not lying. That people will know that you've gone somewhere. They take you through strategy, business, this model he was asking, and we were all lost. You can't come back the same. I'm not hyping them. But I'm telling you that if you want to do this business that is becoming advanced, you need to be advanced. Okay? So once you've sorted the 5 things that we talked about, or the 6 things I talked about, you need to just look at a few other things that I mentioned here. Chinonso actually mentioned one of them. Rethink your product line. This thing you are selling, must it be sold like this? How else can you sell it? Even if you want to do low end, everybody will not sell high end. If you want to do low end, is there a market for it? Mass market, they are aspirers. They want to do what other people are doing, but they don't have that money. Can you serve them? Give them what they like, they can see. At the price you know, you have made profit. But give it to them where they are, at their level. You might not need to buy balloon for Germany. You might not need to import it from the US. But this is the arrangement. Is that beauty you bring in, building your consultation fee and everything. Well, use made in Nigerian balloon. If we have, do we have made in Nigerian balloons? Oh, Jesus. Is someone here thinking about making balloons? Made in Nigeria balloons. Okay? So you need to rethink your product line. It's not only the elites that will do this, that will use it. So you are all dragging for one small market. Can you just leave this red ocean and create your blue ocean? There are people looking for you in Abuja. You are all in Lagos, chasing the same set of people. There are people looking for you in Calabar, Uyo. Okay? Can you have a distribution that is multi-level? It's a model. So you can build it into this, your balloon business. Okay? Understand this environment, because some foreign companies will be here doing this same thing. But you are, as Igbo people will say, son of the soil. They know everywhere. You allow them know everywhere. You too know everywhere. They have 2 legs. You have 2 legs. So you need to study. Sorry, my slide is off. You need to study this environment. Now, when I say know your local environment could be West Africa. A lot of people are shipping knowledge to Rwanda. Instead of sitting in Nigeria and be pushing and moving, can you go and train people in Ghana? Can you go and train people in Liberia? Don't they do decorations there? You are also an exporter now. You are exporting knowledge. So don't just sit in one place. Look beyond where you are. Africa is your playground. Don't just say it in prayer. Act and leave it. But you see, some of these things I talked about, we might not be able to do. That my session is over. You might not be able to do it if you don't do what Chinonso has talked about. Everything build into each other. I'll be glad to see at least 50% of us from this place implement some of the things we've talked about. But please, even when you want to implement, don't pack all of them at once. Step by step. But just do something. Don't sit on what you have picked today. Let it work for you. And I know it's doable. Thank you, everyone.